Hello and welcome to a new gameplay experience for Songs of Six. We are going to explore the newest version in this little thing. This is a beta version, so I really don't know how things will work out here. What's really cool is we have tons of new features in this one, and haven't played them before, so if you are also trying to get a grasp of these new things, you came to the right place because I'll explore and explain at the same time. So if you're catching this stream as a video on demand, I am super happy that you did. Check out the description box below. There's my social media accounts where you can subscribe. I do announce all these streams. Maybe you want to catch them live next time. And to get done with the whole advertisement pod, there's a Patreon link down there where I give a whole new set of things out for everybody. Basically, a chance for you to influence what kind of series and content I'll do in the future. You just gotta check it out. It's been a pretty cool thing I remade. Enough of the ads. Let's start gaming. So I'm going to start out with my good old friends, the humans here. We're going to go for a huge map because, yeah, why not? And let's get it started down. Oh, what a lovely quote from a horrible movie. So I have unlocked titles that I can get myself here. Master of Bargains is really powerful because bartering is a really powerful thing. We get the leader, more starting knowledge, and I don't know what 4.5 settle is supposed to be, but I'm sure it's going to be something good. And the ruler, settle +1. Well, I really don't know what this is going to be, but we'll find out for sure. So, starting region. Where are we going to start this time? I always love to be closer to the mountains. Let's see. We need some tile with river. That's extremely important. We are playing humans. Humans are extremely hungry for fish. If you don't have fish with a human populace, you are going to be pretty sad. The other thing that I want to take care or want to make sure is that the environment that I pick has gemstones, because human beings value gemstones. Apart from that, well, there's a lot of things that we could go for, but we'll find out what I did wrong this time once we play it a little bit more. So here you see this. Ah, no, this is a huge sea. I mistook that for a mountain. Silly me. What about that tile here? So that's been one of the best so far, but the taxes of this region are outright horrible. Only stone and wood. You don't want that. Here we got fish tax, so we could settle, as a matter of fact, somewhere else. What's the matter here? Ooh. Now that's looking interesting. Livestock is now shown separately. Okay. So I do like the taxes from this region. I dislike the fact that we can't go for our own mushrooms here, but let's see. This place is fertility-wise not that awesome, but we can get ourselves a Scythalon income via the taxes. It's a pretty appealing spot, but let's see if we can do better. But, well, actually I want to play that one. I like it. It is a little bit low on the ore side, though, gotta say. But we'll manage. So, we have... Wait a sec. Oh, production speed minus on the mushrooms. Does that mean we can plant the mushrooms even though? That would be awesome. That would be a real big step forward. Well, there's a lot of new things in this version going on for us. So, I'll do these things one by one. Great. There we go. So, oh gosh, this is a, here's the downside. There's really not that insanely much land to work with. There had to be something. There had to be a downside. So the majority of the ore deposits sitting down. Okay. This is going to be quite hard to get there, but it's going to be all fine. If I remember correctly, the green stuff, yeah, that's Scythalon. So this cave is the majority of my Scythalon. Is that coal up there? Or what is that? Yeah, so the coal deposit is right at the border of the map. Sick. And that blue stuff, that's the gemstone. Got stone and gemstone pretty close together. That's at least something. So that's a pretty challenging map, not gonna lie. It's not ideal, quite the opposite. So we're going to, I think I'm going to start out in this area here, because ore isn't too far away from there. So I think altogether the starting spot for my city will be somewhere here, because I want to have access to all of these regions eventually, and we'll have to work with some of our Dondorian friends. Holy crap. This is a hard one. Oh, let's take it nevertheless. So, we're going to start out here. Boom. Hello, throne. So, things are looking different now. Simeon Latipoulos. Reroll gives other deposits. Nah, I don't want to reroll that. I like the challenge of that. I was considering to reroll, actually, but, you know, I do like a bit of a challenge early on. So I'm starting out with 65 people. I bet this must be due to the titles that I'm rolling. So the first thing that I want to check out is this new tech tree I've been promised. So we have now a distinct separation into civic, knowledge, farming, animal science, refining, crafting, mining, health, miscellaneous, and procreation. Okay. This looks a lot tidier, but we're not going to deepen that. So what can I build for now? Is it similar? Rest home, where retirees may spend the time and enjoy their remaining days. Ah. Nice. Yeah, elder care. That's a new thing in this version as well. So, laboratory. Any laboratory, a scientist examines nature and gain knowledge that can be spent on technologies. Each scientist contributes to your knowledge, but must also maintain existing knowledge. So, we now start out with a new science building. I forgot where the button was for the reroll, but I knew that. But I know that it's a thing. But most of the time, I take my maps as they are, especially when they have something which is bad about them, because I like the challenge. You know, ideal maps tend to go stale and boring quite quickly. Is it a new feature, or am I hallucinating that it was always around? Because this game, it's just such a powerhouse of complexity. So we are going to start out with a well here. A well is always a good thing. We're going to go for a warehouse too, but I just want to check out what's around there too. Logistics, there's the warehouse, but one thing at a time. We can make the carpenter. We can now see how the jobs are liked. It's pretty cool. We can do mining. Can't do fishing. Can't do pastures. Farms. Housing. Yeah, home. Essential service, where your subjects sleep and spend much of the time, comes in different sizes with different space values. The space value affects the subject's happiness depending on species. High space value also deter disease. Bigger variations of homes allow for more occupants. Subjects can upgrade their homes with resources if you allow them. So we have apartments that we can scale up by pressing E. So we can make that for quite a lot of people. Then there's dormitories. So let's see, apartments. Small and private housing offers the best space value. Dormitory, a large structure to house a lot of residents, 50% space value because it's basically unattractive. House, 75% space value. Longhouse, 0% space value. So basically we are here mostly deciding for how to put it. I'm deciding whether I'm investing a lot of space for every person to make them happier, or I compact them together and make them unhappy. So let's see, dormitories. Yeah, we need a lot of space here. We have a lot of people to start with. No, I didn't mean to. Delete job it is, alright. Okay, well, let's see. Whoops, that was not what I wanted to click there. So assign homes. Let you assign homes to specific criteria. Okay. Odd mover. Odd jobbers will automatically move out if an employed subject needs their home. This tool manually moves random odd jobbers to desired housing. Alright, so there's really a lot of new stuff happening here. So I'm hoping that this is not too theoretic for you folks. But well, so we can build the chambers right away. So these things were in the past hidden behind technologies, and we have these now right from the get-go. So I think I'm going to do this. So longhouses for 75 people might sound like a lot to begin with, but I don't think it is. And the other thing we're going to do is we're going to start on out with another project, the warehouse. So let's see. Probably more like that. Okay. So we're going to need a bit of a stabilization here. Can we do this like that? Oh, whatever. So I don't want to build this thing too large right at the beginning, because you're pretty low on resource early on. But I also don't want to build something crappy here. So let's do a compromise like that. All right, we got this, we got that. Release the subjects. So we're going to wavering loyalty. Yeah. You don't say. We have 65 people to start with. Maybe this wasn't that good. But I heard that we don't have a riot system anymore, but a emigration system. Yeah, come on. I can't do witchcraft. So let's see, we have the trees, and is there some rock somewhere? There's not too much rock at my starting position, but I think it'll do. I mean, we do have an insane amount of people to work with, you know? So This also looks like these homes don't need any resources, but I'm not sure. Let's see about that. It seems more like the resources they have available define how the housing will look like in the long run. So we have homeless people, we have constructed rooms. I like that things look a little bit more tidy now. And I have 1000 technology points to start with. This is not really interesting right now because I literally have no clue whatsoever what I want to do with these, so I'll take it slow. Yeah, I know you folks are homeless. I can't do witchcraft. So why are you guys not using them? Assign homes. So homes for everyone. Well, okay, so there's nothing happening here. Why? Well, alright. Oh, this is also looking a little bit more, so this is the fetch feature. How many crates do we have? 10 of them. So I need the livestock. And I'd say we're going to start out with the fishery. I'll need furniture too, because that's the next thing we can do. Do I have money, actually? Yeah, we have some denaries. So we're going to get on up some fish and some fruit, and I think we might even get some veg. So for the warehouse, I'm going to go for auto-employ, because in my humble experience and opinion, that's been the best stuff so far. So, alright. But I'm still a little bit baffled about the fact that they all are homeless now. Why are they behaving like that? So... let's build another unit of housing here, and some fishery there. Yeah, there's some really nice spot there. So we're going to pick up this entire territory here, and that entire territory there. Then some storage there. And some auxiliaries. Fishery is one of the most grateful early game industries because you don't need much investment there. So let's slap on some roads and see if these how these things now work, you know. I'm a bloody noob right now with all these new systems. Alright, so convert existing roads into this type. So I see a lot of new little things in the user interface that look quite nifty. Alrighty, but people are still homeless. I wonder how that is possible, because we have literally homes for everybody right now. It's bothering me a bit. So, but before we continue, we got livestock. Let's make something with the happen with the livestock, because you know that's just one big mistake I've been doing. Just use your livestock directly. It's just that good. Balti crawler. Alright, that's a Garthemi thing. Entelodont. Meaty fellas. Gloptian producing eggs. How was it with the human thingies again? So we like eggs, mushrooms, and meat. So these dudes that deliver eggs would be good, but not in this biome particularly. But we can at least go for it now. In the past, this was not possible. But I'm going to go for the Auroch because I like the prospect of, yeah, it's all the same, of getting a little bit more leather in the long term. Yeah. So let's see, we have a fishery there, and we have a little bit of living room there. So, where can we put down the pastures? I mean, ideally over there. Yeah, well, let's do this like that. You don't need to go for a huge pasture early on. Small one will do. Just to make sure that your initial boost of livestock doesn't go bad, you know. So, let's see. A hunter is always a good early game life support as well. Let's put up one of these two. I think we are pretty well off then. So, let's provide for 2 hunters. With the option of adding in another one later. Needs door. Then we're also needing a janitor. Don't ever forget to get up a janitor. And then let's see what I can bring up service-wise, you know. Services are what's making people happy, so hearth, definitely worth it. So let's see. Mo, what is 6? It's a very, very cool medieval city builder, but it's a little bit more like that. Like the description of the game says, it's a city-state builder. So at first you start out with a little village, then you build a city, and then you start building a huger and huger metropolis dominating the entire region and subjugating the people around you. You can tax them, you can conquer them, and by utilizing the by utilizing the areas around you and the like, you get the option to make your city bigger and bigger because you import foods from the other people, or you force tax them from them. You have lots of different options. So this thing is a lot like state building and a city builder at the same time. It's one of my favorite early access games, and I warmly recommend it to everybody loving games like these. It's one of the best things that has happened to me in the last couple of years. Yeah, Simeon, you're right about that, and that's why I went for the hunter. The hunter, though, is one thing you guys have to be wary of. The thing is, the hunter is providing a lot, but problem there is it runs dry after a while. There's not much happening after a while. So now they start moving into these new homes. So we have now long houses for a couple of people. So I don't know what it took for them to move in there. I don't know. So I want another row of houses like that. Alright, so a couple of houses and a bit of the most basic human needs is making our people a lot happier now. So the next thing that I want to get done is a carpenter. So here goes housing. I know from my experiences with this game that where the people live, they don't want noise and the like. And I do know another thing. Industries in this game are all one thing. Very noisy. So we're going to pipe this out, so to say. There we go. Oh, new soundtrack. Don't know that music yet. So we're going to put the carpenter a little bit further away from the rest of the stuff. Although I think it would be even smarter. Yeah, no, it's not that far away. Just consider to put the first carpenter's workshop a little bit closer to the warehouse. Too many things working at the same time now in my head. So we are going to go for carpenter's workshop like that. So let's see. Let's make it like that. Oh, I like that new soundtrack. It's got a nice vibe to it. So let's do this like that. Carpenters are extremely important. Homes completely changed from dormitories. Pay and annex? Yes, yes. Housing is now an entirely different thing. Housing has now its own tab, and you get to decide now which size of apartment you are going to build. There's 4 different sizes. Longhouses are the ones where you can put the most people on the least space, and apartments are the things where you can put the least people on the most space. So apartments are extremely luxurious and make the space more valuable, whereas longhouses make the space not more valuable at all. They are just the most common of accommodations. And the other thing is, these homes now can also be upgraded. That means people move in here, and as you see here, a little bit of wood they got there, and if you hover over that, you see with wood, furniture, textiles, pottery, and jewelry, they'll make this even more of a home. And if I understood that correctly, if you give them all these resources they want, they also grow more confident and happy, and more resilient against diseases, whatever that means. I mean, I can't remember having ever a problem with diseases, but maybe I will have a problem with diseases now. So we have the auroch pasture, and I want, let's see, that's the wrong one. I want another one of these. Let's just slap down a couple of them. We are ranchers now. And then I'll have to see what kind of service we can offer to our folks, because they are pretty unhappy, you know. So, let's see. 6. Mass grave, yeah. So let's slap down one here. Very, very important. Very, very, very important. Your folks are extremely unhappy if you have no place to bury the dead. Okay, so the eatery. Yeah, let's put that a little bit more centralized here. I like the idea of that. You know, with doors here and doors there. Providing a place to lunch out for our folks. Okay, well, let's make it like that. Since this thing only needs wood, I'm going to staff it out a little bit more aggressively here. Seems like a lot has changed with this patch. Yes. Enough for me to create an entirely new little tutorial series, because, you know, your entire start of the game is now completely different, I assume. So yeah, we have to do this all again. I love it. So auto employ, yes please. Especially with these animals, I like that a lot. So, oh, alright. So as we see here, we have no storages. That's bad. I need to upgrade my warehouse now. Just didn't do that at the very beginning because, well, I think with this, with these extra citizens I'm starting with because of my titles, a lot of new options are, I don't need to be that conservative at the beginning. That's what I'm trying to say. I also happen to have 1,000 tech points, but I'm so overwhelmed by everything that I'm taking it slow right now. So let's see, we have the need for meat. Let's do this like that. We're also required leather. Let's make a larger stockpile of that too. And what did they say? Eggs? I mean, it's wishful thinking to have a lot of that too. And cotton. Yeah, sure. Comes a little bit anti-intuitively, but a couple of animals here drop cotton. Why? I don't know. Does it make sense? Not at all. Do I care? Nope. Alright, so let's make sure that the carpenter is built. And yeah, the eatery, that will be making a lot of people happier too. But let's hop on over into the tech tree there. So we can now unlock the speaker's place. The graveyard, costing me 200. Ration maker bonus. Rations. Green space. Torch. So, what do we have here? Farming. Edible crop optimization. Advanced forestry. Oh yeah. Fishery methods. Level O of 25. Ah, so now we have proteins are harder to produce. What the hell? You can get more usable fishing area by filling in strips of land in the deeper water. It's a very, very smart tip. I wouldn't have come up with that myself, actually. So, well, the charcoaler and the metal smelter are extremely important too. But let's see, we can upgrade our carpenters. We can bring up a tailor. Let's do this as well. Health. Physician. Alright, so these are definitely new things that I haven't seen yet either. So let's go. Let's keep it slow. Let's work out with the things that I already know how they work. So speaker's place, always valuable to have these. Very cheap way of providing happiness. So the graveyard, one thing at a time, because the graveyard is one thing that'll take a little bit longer. The lavatory will need furniture, so we're going to start on that with the graveyard then. So where will the graveyard be? Oh boy, I like! Look at that! There's flashy icons. Man, this is making the organization of these things so much easier. Appreciate it a lot. So there's really a lot of good things going on here with this game, but I kept saying that always with this one. This is one of the best developed early access games I know of, where the dev always keeps baffling me with the brilliant new optimizations that I didn't come up with myself, you know. Let's see. Let's put on flowers here around there. For some more respect. Right? Looks like we're needing a lot of flowers here to make this a beautiful graveyard, but we're almost done there. Okay. So quite a lot of resource necessary for that, but a graveyard is one of the major upgrades in terms of citizen happiness. I really love it that you might be able to get yourself some massive influx of citizens via these titles, but if you don't know the game well, this is worth nothing, because you really have to have a firm hold of over the basics of this game. Otherwise, these extra citizens will be more of a nuisance than anything else, because you have to keep them happy. Spider Horse, hello there. Amy, hello there. Yeah, this is, I agree with you on that. Songs of Six is one of the best games in this genre that I've played, and I'm so ever looking forward to every new version of that. Can't wait to see where this will end, so to say. So what are we producing fish-wise now? We produced 35 this year. Yeah, so we have enough food for 16 days. That's always a good thing. If your city is providing way more food than they need, that's always a good thing. So let's see, we have the carpenters running. Change recipe. What? Nice. Ah, this is so good. We can make crappy weapons now. I love it. This was so annoying in the past that you were basically forced to have metal technology running before you can't do anything military-wise. And a really big backbone of metal production. This lets you produce or focus militaristic movement way earlier, because stone and wood are materials that you can acquire quite easily. Even though the efficiency is a nightmare, but you know, the availability of these materials is the key. I know, for example, that the Garthimi are procreating extremely fast, so I would be assuming now that this is specifically meant to be something for the Garthimi, so they can go for their military dreams as quick as possible. I feel like the graveyard is looking a little bit more beautiful than the last time. I don't know, overall. It's hard to tell, but this game is also looking a little bit more beautiful than the last time I was here. Whatever. So, what's the next thing to do? I need to amp up my building materials storages for sure. And now, so let's see. I do want to start out with some technology as quick as possible, but let's check out what we can do with the civics. I can build up a stage. I think I'll do that. I can also start out with a city guard, but one thing at a time. We're going to start out with this, and then the other stuff. So I got 25 workers left. Oh, I hate furniture. Furniture is such a lengthy process, you know. I'm already considering, yeah, let's do this. We're going to crank up the production. I really want to have as much going on here as possible. So 14 employees. I think that's a good thing to start with right now. There we go. Thing is, I do know that you need furniture in dirty, filthy, rotten amounts. And I'm not over-exaggerating in the least little bit. You know, although now that housing works differently than before, maybe there's something working differently. But you see here, housing does love to grab furniture as well. So, I don't think that anything has changed. Look, immigration! Ha! I'm doing my work well. So, we have new fulfillment thingies. This is a lot more tidy than before. Okay. So, access. What's that roster? Stats related to food and hunger. So, here I can configure their preferred stuff. Oh, humans don't like fish. Didn't they? I thought they did. What now housing or living space. Ah, yeah, the space value. So, yeah, we want better stuff and furniture. Ah, here. So, here I can configure how much they are allowed to pick up from which good. So, 0.25 per item per year. Estimation -0. So let's see what happens if I'm allowing them to pick up 50% there. I have a lot of wood available, so that ain't much of a big deal there. Elder Shrub, aye there. Humans like apartments. Thank you. Well, I'm totally diving into this now as a newcomer. Cool to see someone streaming this. Welcome, Dalen. Don't you worry, this is one hell of a complex game, so don't feel bad, you know? By all means. This game is hard. But once you got the basics down, it grows easier and easier, and once you understand what you're doing, you start wondering why the hell it was so hard in the first place. But it's the complexity. Things are very, very interlinked with each other, and there's a lot of stuff to know in the first place. So let's build up a stage here. It's making people especially happy. And let's see. We have now a kick-ass furniture production for this stage of the game. We are also going to pick up the immigrants now there, because it's necessary, and I can provide for them. And another thing we can provide while we're talking about that is a lavatory. Very, very important things. So Dalen, if you don't mind, I also put up a lot of tutorial material. You don't mind the advertisement, I mean. I made a ton of tutorial material for this game, so might want to check it out if you are looking for something in particular. So, let's see. Usually I have walls around my lavatories because, you know, privacy, guys, privacy. So let's make this like that. So lots of latrines. I don't know if these have been reworked as well. So let's check. So let's do this like that. Let's see if I can modify that to work out, but I think so. Yep. Alright, so this thing will require 45 units of furniture. That's outrageous, and my dudes will take a while to craft that, but it's fine. It's fine. I've been looking forward to this new version of the game so much. So much. Because I knew that adding in individual housing would give this game a lot more of a city feeling than it ever did before, you know? So, what has changed? By giving those people wood, It's not looking like that anymore. It's looking like that now. But let's see. Let's give them all the wood they want. There we go. So. And I'd better issue a new tree order, but this just easy pickings early on. Okay. What a nice little place we've set up so far. Now, let's continue building the road. And this is where things will get a little bit more ugly, because we're going to need to do some mountain digging. So, deposits, boom. And we're going to need to excavate this entire cavern here, because everything else would be not enough. Alright. So this is only a small-scale iron ore deposit, but it's the best we can do. We can provide for now. Well, it's gonna be okay. So let's see, what's the food production there? I really have to watch them now work for a year or two, because it's important to see where the productions will rest at, so to say. Okay, so now we have spent our stuff here. The ration maker is not important for me in the very, very least little thing. So we can make a tailor and the pottery, but pottery is not really a thing I can go for yet. Here, makeshift weaponry. Improved laboratory. Well, look at that. Our peeps are super happy. Let's build nothing at all. Let's just wait until we have set up the lavatory and the other things there. So everybody has by now the wood they wanted, I think. I mean, those longhouses were a crappy decision, but I really wanted to check out how the new housing system in general works like. So we're going to set up a new area of apartments soon as well, to check out how the differences are. So, how's leather? That's an interesting thing. We're almost producing no leather at all. Our leather production is very, very modest right now. So, yeah. I don't like that. So I know that this place can handle 15 or 14.4 employees, so... bring them in. I need. Alright, so let's at least check out. What does the lab require? It does require furniture. Okay. So definitely worth taking my time here. Because the lavatory will be extremely popular with our peeps, I guess. Yeah, those pastures, they now look a little bit more green. And, you get the idea. Alright, so... here we go. I just wanted to create a more effective business now. Larger is better. And since all population loves meat, I want to provide, you know. There we go. Also, did I mention that I hate furniture production so much? Now you know, if you didn't know. It's just a very, very lengthy process early game. And if you want to pump in an inadequate amount of extra workers into anything, I'd strongly suggest the carpentry. That's a good point to unload unholy amounts of workers into. Yeah, the passing of seasons definitely looks different now. Alrighty. So, what's happening? Deranged. Can be cured in an asylum. Alright. We have our first deranged person. We have officially acquired our first village idiot. Wonderful. It's been about time. So, let's see. I mean, I can't change it, obviously. The asylum is something I really need to research first. And the physician will be way before that. So. Yeah, alright, dude. We have our first madman. Fine. Go away. I hate it when I have these useless things there. Notifiers, you know. So, anything new here? Oh, nobility. Nobles will be very expanded upon in the future, I see. Good to know. That explains to me why it feels so incomplete as of now. But well, I totally trust this guy in providing a great experience there. Okay, the next pasture has been ready to serve. All right, wonderful. You're welcome, Dalen. You're welcome. And yeah, the village idiot thing just crossed my mind. All right, so let's build up some better housing here. So let's give our people apartments, the real deal. I do love the fact that this now allows me to set up real how to put it, a real city structures, you know. The way you have to work around to make your people happier is now a lot more defined by this. Because, you know, now I can put up a little bit of a plaza here in the middle of that, for example. Surely will make the people more happy. Okay, we have all that. Now, the next thing that I wanted to go for was the lab. Okay. So, I think a lab should be right next to the graveyard. Maybe it should not, maybe it's not a should be, but I think they have quite a synergistic relationship, you know. So, okay. So 10 workers. Ah, let's do this. That's a nice start. Okay, let's see how that'll work out. And I'm wondering whether or not they'll prefer the apartments over the other housing units now. So, will they move, you know? Or, let's see, assign homes. Citizens. Oh boy, I can't even say these are for human citizens. Nice. Alright, there's a really nice amount of in-depth configuration here possible. I appreciate that. So let's see. Do I have enough furniture for this project? Seems I do. Seems I do. So that's why I'm quite happy to have such a high capacity carpenter here, you know. Let's see how things will work out there. Okay. Now then. I bet we can't build bridges yet either, so... Let's make this then like that. Still weirding me out a little bit that I can't work with like that, but little do I care. That's one of these early access kinks, so to say. A new level has been unlocked. I'm a leader now. Oh, it has more text now. Unlocks training grounds, archery ranges. Alright, we have our first noble. And you get that warning that you're supposed to ready yourself for raiders. Alright, so let's see. You, my dude, what we're going to do there? So Master of Farms now. Master of the Feast now. Master of Industry is a pretty good one because these are all pretty important early on. Master of Refinery, Master of the Forge. So, Master of the Fisheries. I don't speak it out loudly. It's very much of a running gag here, the dude that increases fishery. Master of Livestock. Well, that would be something we'd be benefiting a lot from. Master Builder. Well, carry capacity, carpenters, and maintenance. Yes. I do like that one. So, as you see here, one of our people is homeless. How so? The noble guy does need now a chamber, obviously. So... Wow. Okay, so that's one thing that I didn't see coming, that your nobles now insist on a chamber. Damn. That's going to be a bit of an issue here for a while, but let's see. We are lacking 40 cut stone. Let's see, maybe I can buy it directly. Who knows? So let's see, I'll buy... Let's buy 50 of that. And what else? 50 textile and 20 gems. So let's see, can we afford 20 gems? Yes, we can. And 50 of those. Alrighty, so problem solved. So Mateus, I think you noticed the Master of Fishery as well. It's the one whose name you should not say loudly on camera. Alright, we need grain. Ah, yeah. We are humans, we need grain. Exactly. So harvestable. Let's pick it up. Grain. So, no, not bread. Grain. Where is it? Does it have a new icon? Or no, it's just here. Ah, sitting among the raw material, not among the edibles. That's actually making a terrible amount of sense. So we're going to set on up a little bit of a coal deposit here as well. And let's see, we're going to cut some trees. In this region, by the way, they constantly regrow. And here we're going to harvest the wild edibles. Oh boy, look at that. There are even wild edible mushrooms there growing. Nice. So I just hope that the materials I've bought will come on early on. An accident. Now that's a new thing as well. Cool. Yeah, health. Actually a thing now. So, yeah, we can upgrade that now. I see. Okay, so we got 10 scientists in there so far. And they are producing knowledge quite reliably for us. Now, where to next? So, I think I want to have the charcoaler, because that's, for me, a very, very easy way to provide coal for my city. And that's a very, very good thing. So, where are we going to put that up? I ask myself. So, refining charcoaler. Yeah, let's put that right on the other side of the carpenter's workshop. Charcoaler, I'm going to bring this guy up real big, because I know that we are going to need big amounts of production there. So, this thing does require clay. I don't have clay yet, but that doesn't really matter much. And metal. Okay, so, yeah. We'll be probably needing to barter a bit. So 70 clay, 44 metal. Oh, I forgot to put up a storage item in there. Okay, so we're going to go for clay and metal. So there. And there. And the warehouse was full, wasn't it? Yep. So it's time to build another warehouse here too. Logistics. Alrighty. So going to put this warehouse more like here, because it's going to be, oh, we're going to build that out of stone too. This is going to be also the foundation of my entire new industry that I'm going to build up there. So it's a good opportunity to already get started, you know. So let's see. Oh, well, there we go. So okay. So this will require quite a lot of stone from us, but that's not really a big deal, because we are very, very much able to get that done. So we got that, and now let's just issue a couple of new jobs here. Fell tree, lay rock, then we got this. So the cut stone has been delivered, the gemstones not yet. What's the theme of this playthrough? Strikey, well, so far the theme of this one is to see what the new version has in store for me. Honestly, I'm really most about trying out the new features, and then I'll be thinking about what I'll be doing with that. So basically, this one I'll be mostly like building up a city and trying to understand what's happening here, because the changes are massive. You know, I'm not over exaggerating here. It's really a lot. So let's build up our first wheat field. And as you see here, I'm not doing any small things there. So there we go. This will take a while, of course, until we have the necessary grain. But, yeah. So, let's see. How much clay did I order? 122. Alright, that's enough. But we should consider now to earn ourselves some money here as well, so let's go for some export depot. Going to export some of the excess meat that I got, because I have so much of it right now that I think it's going to be a good idea to earn us some money instead of letting it spoil in our warehouses. So, okay, that's not working like it did before. Ah, no, it was just not finished yet. So, we're merely going to export once we are over 700-ish, and that's going to give us some food and some money on the side. And so, are the gemstones still inbound? Yep, they are. Okay. So I have 47 people here not being busy yet, and so there we go. Wonder how long it'll take until we finally get that gemstone here together. Seems to take forever. Alright, I'm producing some income now, and we're also going to do the same thing now. For wood. It sounds crazy, but in a region where you have a lot of forest available, it's an absolutely brilliant idea to export some of your wood. Ah, slaver, no thanks. Yep. So, wood is not that extremely valuable, but if you are like me, chopping up a lot of this stuff constantly, this way they're going to sell off the excess production, and I really, really like that. So far, nobody took the apartments. That's interesting. So, let's see. We are unhappy because of the drinking service availability. Healthcare sucks. Stages. We could use more stages. That would be an easy way of getting the happiness a little bit higher. Then, let's see. All the other stuff seems to be okay-ish. Okay enough, for sure. We could go for a little bit more of the roads. Enemy kills. Interesting. Lighting, yeah, I know that. So what's the new religion? Shmalor. Alright, another evil god. I see. Occupation. Retirement age target. I don't really understand that, but I'll check that out later. Okay, so what I did find out there, another stage would not be too costly, but providing, would be providing some more service. But let's see. Maybe we'll put that more towards up here. You know, some entertainment for the upcoming people there. A wrongful death has happened for the mining people. You know. So the charcoaler is almost finished. Where did we buy those gemstones from? From the end of the world? Everything else has been delivered. Even the stuff that I've bought miles or ages later. Okay. So, got the janitor and, yeah, just like I thought. We are starting to overstrain the maximum range of the janitor. Nothing I didn't expect. Alright, we got the charcoaler! Bam! You know, that's a big step forward. Don't underestimate the meaning of that. This is basically where we can start to smelt metal, because we got the stuff we need. So, let's start storing more of these materials here. Let's start storing ore here as well. I do have enough crates, don't I? Yeah. And metal. 2. Pick up furniture here too, why not? Some clothing as well. And stone. Alrighty. And of course, auto employ. There we go. So, I merely got 8 workers left here, so let's hire some more. And well, this place will chow down so much wood. Pretty sure that the charcoaler will really eat up a lot of my wood supplies. But well, we have to get through this. Now, the farm is ready. And, well, do I want to go for bread production first, or... So, here, what up with the library? So, to research the library, we need to improve the laboratory. We need to have this tech first anyways, so... Anything else is out of question already. Easy enough. So, well... Nah, I want the metal smelter first. I don't know. It gives me just the better feeling to know that I can produce my own metal first. Always bothers me to rely on imports when it comes down to metal production. If you get the idea. So, we got a total of 73 workers possibly working here. And we're going to need quite a lot of auxiliaries, so there we go, almost. So 26 metal necessary. Sadly, I don't have these available as of now, but whatever. I'd say let's order a tad bit more, just in case we're going to need more for the smelting business. Like, way more. And then we're going to get ourselves a road here. And then my first metal smelting business will be located here. Let's make it happen like that. Alright. So, I want a stone building, of course. And we're going to start out meager with only a small furnace here. So, let's see. Let's do this like that. Here we go. And one storage bin has to be placed down as well. Let's put it down there. I'm putting this small on purpose, you know, because I want to get it done, and I don't want to place down too much there, because we won't have the necessary ore to satisfy that thing in the earliest or in the next time anyways. Why do we have... No, we don't really have homeless people here. Or do they require homes closer to where they work? That could be also the case. That would actually make a lot of sense. So let's see. Do this like that and see if that'll resolve the issue. I mean, it would make a lot of sense if my people would require a home closer to where they work. This is not really a new mechanic. This has been a thing for Songs of Six since, I don't know when, a long time. Okay. Let's do this. I'll be producing metal very soon. So if the homelessness is going away now, I do know that I was right about that. So, yeah, so they do try to get their, yeah, they want a home as close as possible to the spot where they are working. Now, that does make a terrible amount of sense, and I like it. Really, really do like the stuff that's happening here. Okay, so the mine does take a while now. Alrighty. I want another thing, and that's the fruit farm. Go. And let's do this with the veg too. Thing is, we're going to need some source of food supply sooner or later, so I'll rather start ASAP. So let's give this a nice little irrigation here. And we're going to go for a vegetable farm soon as well. Farming is a very long-term way of producing food, but the thing with the hunters is their income gets lower and lower and lower the longer you play, and therefore it's really better to start investing into a regular food income rather sooner than later. You'll regret if you don't. Now, crafting. I want the tailor here as well. Let's put one down here. And as you see here, I'm not willing to make small things here anymore. Here's the same thing. I do know how much clothing we need in the later stages of the game, and therefore, you know, let's start out with a serious workshop right from the get-go. And don't even bother with the small scale crap, you know. So let's see. I'm not sure if I'm able to get in enough auxiliaries to make this thing happen. Usually you don't if you have such a huge thing happening like I do here. Yeah, well. Oh wait, we can make... Oh, we can't clutter this entire thing here with auxiliaries. No, we can't. Dang. So 95%. Come on, don't be like that. 98%, so... Wait a sec. So there's nothing possible here anymore. So 99%, that's good enough for me. But it's just going to require 147 metals, so... That's going to be a long-term project, and to make sure that this is not going to bite me in the back, I'm going to suspend the job, because I want my metal entirely available for the forge, for the mine. Don't want that accidentally something gets soaked into the tailor's workshop to be. That would be really, really sad if so. Alrighty. But I'm realizing that I rack up a lot of leather by now, so I probably should. So, how about giving my people access to the furniture they want? This is a lot of furniture that we're issuing now. I know that. But it's also going to make the people a lot happier, I bet. Let's see. Minus 20 per year. Can we produce that much? Yeah, easy. No biggie. If necessary, we'll just smack up another workshop. I love it when things work out like that. So we have the fruit farm here, and we have the grain farm there. Now the only thing that I'm needing to be totally happy is the bakery. So of course we don't want that many ore miners here. No. 10 of them will be enough for now. And then let's just hope that we're going to survive with all that. So, the metal smelter is almost done. That's one of the major steps forward in any economy, for me, at least. So, with all these things done, we are able to set up a bakery as well. Alrighty. There we go. We are producing our own metal now. So I just realized that probably we're not able to fulfill that as of yet. But let's keep it like that for now. And let's activate the job for the tailor yet again. The metal required should be not that much of an issue anymore. The furniture very much so, but whatever. We'll begin there, you know, long-term projects. You'll always need those. But on the bright side, we are now producing our own metal. That's really a good thing. Once you are producing your own metal, you're basically able to earn a lot of money too, because you can export that stuff if you don't need it. And let's see, since it does have a little bit of a spoil rate, if you ever get to the point that you can produce more metal than you can possibly store, do yourself a favor and export a little bit of it, you know. Alright, but building that tailor will take us quite a lot of time, I think. Let's see how we'll manage in the time between. So, as far as I know, a bakery will require us to build, to provide more metal again. So, let's see. But bread is one of the things the human populace does love. So we gotta provide. So I want to build up a serious bakery here. There we go. Okay, well, whatever. I'll take it like that. So here I'll be following a pretty similar concept than like I did before. We'll rather not put up too much, rather go for a smaller scale thing, so we can easier provide. Okay. And there goes the storage. Wonderful. So let's gather some stone. And get the job done. Alrighty. So bread production will be extremely, well, what to say, an extreme step forward for the entire city. So, wonder, do I want to copy the eatery? Probably. We'll see about that. Yeah, well, now we'll have to wait. So the thing is that I'm not really able to speed up things. The only thing that I can do and will do is I'll be right away copying that carpenter's workshop, because I know that I'll need a second one of these. And it'll help me a lot to do this right here already, because we have surely no shortage of wood. Merely a shortage of workforce processing that stuff. Okay, but so far so good. I mean, Let's see. Well, that farm is not producing anything this year, but that's a normal thing. And we do suffer a little bit of logistical pain right now, but whatever. So let's increase the amount of ore miners so we get a little bit more metal together. And yeah, like I said, now we can merely wait. That's all we can do. If my food production is growing to become, or is turning into a problem, that's more how I want to put it. Oh, I'm very much able to just increase that by plucking in another hunter. It's a nice early game trick if you ever run out of food early on. Jesus. Accidents. Just smack down another hunter and it'll solve the problem for now. Alright, I'll be pausing this job yet again. And we're going to export a little bit of the leather. Instead of forcing myself too much into that tailor store. So this way we're able to finish the... We're going to be able to finish the... what's it called again? The bakery before anything else. Which is, in my opinion, right now, way more important because, you know, we need food. Alright, but I'm starting to get the basics of the new systems, and the good thing is it ain't that much more complicated than before, you know? One subject is starving. Okay, I hope this doesn't go on like that. So let's put up a eatery up here as well, because, you know... Yeah, well, soon. Not yet. So as you see here, these houses here are getting more and more occupied. That's because, obviously, this is extremely needed by the people living here. Okay, cool. So I'm down to one odd jobber. How the hell did that happen? So I'm at full grain. And this looks like a stuck worksite. Let's see if that did something. Yeah, now they're working on it again. Alright, the bakery will be a massive step forward for the city. And here, for in case you didn't notice it, okay, the bakery was not getting delivered any materials to because it was stuck. Sometimes it happens. If that ever happens to you, that a worksite doesn't get finished, just click it and give it another positive check mark and send them on it again. So 18 people have the white fever, or that's cold. Scary. So diseases and the like are a new layer to the game that we haven't had to deal with in the past. I like that. I really, really like that. So I'm running out of workers. Whoa. We have a lot of people dying, don't we? Yeah, disease. So let's cut down on the ore miners. Always the first job I'll cut eagerly. So looks like we are through the worst. Oh, I like it, that diseases are now thing. Well, I don't really like it, but you know what I like. So I'm deactivating this workshop here to make sure that we'll have a handful of people there available. Alright, should work out. Ah, it's because the bakers went into business. Alright. So that'll be a solution for a lot of my problems there. And, well, I think I'll leave it like that for today. Because I think I need to sit back and think about what I did there so far, what these changes mean, and the like. I hope you guys enjoyed. I certainly did. And if this was a video on demand for you, or you are streaming people here as well, drop me a comment down below, leave me a thumbs up, or consider subscribing. And if you want to be a real buddy, just check out the links down below. A PayPal donation is always welcome because, you know, it's a free content project that I'm doing and I can use all the help that I can get. Have a wonderful time, you all, and I hope to see you next time as well.